All right, hey, welcome everybody. I wanted to record some drafts here on MTGO of Tarkir Dragonstorm. I've heard a lot of people, kind of getting the old buzz out about this format is crazy, this format's terrible or whatever, or just bomby, blah blah blah. They can't figure it out. So I wanted to show you, like, you can see I got 5 trophies. It's not crazy. I'm doing a lot of 2-1s, some 3-0s. I think I've done 2-1-2s. Sorry for the slurp. But it's a really fun format. So I wanted to share a little bit about what I've learned, some of my takes, and also maybe do a little convincing of moving over to Magic Online as opposed to Arena. I just think this is a much better way to engage with Magic for a number of reasons. But I'm sure I'll blab on about that, and yeah, I'll just wait for this draft to pop off. Okay, so we have opened a few things here. Now, this is a 2 to 5 color format. There are a couple of like mono white, mono red decks that people have done. So Flamehold Grappler is cool. It's not something I would want to start, especially Jeskai is not where I've had a lot of success. Temur, Sultai, Mardu, and Abzan. I haven't done a lot of Abzan. But so our options here are Mammoth Bellow. Traveling Botanist is very good. And the Stormslinger is very good if you want to play a Mardu deck. This is, if you want to do like Mardu mobilized tokens or whatnot, you need to have a plan that's not just, hope nothing happens before turn 5 or 6. So I'm tempted to kind of take the Stormslinger, but that kind of puts me in Mardu as much as anything else. Mammoth Bellow is just a very good card, and it's strangely enough a little more flexible because of the higher cost. Okay, we got oh wow. All right, so Genesis Ultimatum. Let's see here. Top 5 cards. That could be very good. Stormbrood is one of my favorite cards in the format. This removal that shuffles back into your deck is very cool. So I think right now my choices are going to be between the Stormbrood and Molten Exhale. I don't consider this to be like, the red-white here to be a downside. It's pretty easy to splash, find colored sources if you prioritize them in your draft. I think I will take the Molten Exhale, though. Yeah, just the limitation of Charring Bite only hitting creatures with non-flying is kind of significant. Okay, so here we have Perenation. I've not played with this yet. I've played against it. It's been fine. I think it's in the wrong colors. I kind of wish it was in Sultai. Breaching Dragonstorm is goofy. Can be fun for a nice goofy deck. Synchronized Charge I love. I like it more than the data shows. Osseous Exhale is good. Snakeskin Veil. Not really seeing much for Mardu, so I feel okay about not doing that. Kind of interested in the Dragonstorm. I don't care for Constrictor Sage. Maybe I'm going to do a Synchronized Charge. It could be adding that Vigilance and Trample. I mean, you've heard the comparison if you played, way back in Innistrad, the travel preparations. This, I think, is much, much better. All right, so we have a Mox Jasper. War Effort is a very key card for the red-white, black aggressive decks. Temur Devotee is a card that people will tell you is bad. Don't play it. I got a soft spot for 3/3 defenders. JCast Sentinel, I really like having access to one of these in slower decks. Here, I am sad to say I'm going to grab this Mox Jasper, but for a quick pitch to MTGO. The reason I'm grabbing the Mox Jasper is because on Magic Online, if you can collect a full set, you can redeem it for a set in paper. And Mox Jasper is one that I am missing. So, I wouldn't have picked it over something super good there, but I don't consider, Temur Devotee, I do like it. I want, one or two, probably one for this deck. But yeah, so what are we seeing here? The Battle Priest is better than I thought it would be in Abzan. We can talk about Abzan a little bit later. Irini's rebuff, I think if you were doing a low to the ground, Jeskai aggro, that probably performs well. I don't. It's not something that is going to save you time while you try to set up your blah, 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 blahs. Okay, so now we have some good Temur cards. I do want to grab the Evolving Wilds, but we, are a few picks in and we only have 3 playables. Temur Tawnyback has been pretty good. Narset's Rebuke is pretty good. Champion of Dusan, I like it. I like having some. Good blocker. Nice to trade off. I think I'm going to go with the Tawnyback, though. We want to keep pressure. Okay. So this is a real desperation pick. I don't know that it's every card in this format has a place. I don't know that I've seen the deck where I'm really happy to run an Embermouth Sentinel. So I think it's between Champion and Attuned Hunter. I'm going to grab the Hunter. We already actually, half of our cards play out of the graveyard, but we'll see if that takes. Piercing Exhale, Focus the Mind, Narset's Rebuke, Rescue Leopard. All of these are good picks for me. I think So right now we're looking base red-green, so that's going to affect my decision here. I think I prefer to have Focus the Mind. I think I'm going to take Narset's Rebuke. Yeah. Just for color purposes, to see if maybe we can be a little more streamlined, So this is what I was talking about earlier. Like, we've had a couple of opportunities to pick up a relatively free white splash if we had grabbed the Twin Flame. Here, I think this guy's fine. Yeah, this is fine. I'll take it. I'll throw this in the sideboard for matchups where it's good. And Snakeskin Veil is something that I think is important to have one of in these big fat decks. Seize Opportunity is great on a low to the ground deck. If you may want to play both of those modes, this is just fantastic. I think the number one lesson that I have learned about this format is you need to have a plan. It's not just, just draft Temur. You draft with a plan, and right now this plan seems to be, let's try to get some chunky buddies on the ground. It's possible. That makes it. Yeah, let's try to gum up the ground and go for big splashiness the end if we can. Speaking of big and splashy, okay, so, wow. Yeah, I want a few of these cards. This, again, you need a deck with cheap enough creatures that you can, tap them for mana. I think the, Abzan Endure decks are going to be its favorite home. Dragon Sniper would be pretty good in this deck. I've seen these wheel. Of course, we love the Saltwater Cliffs. Kishla Trawlers, we don't see, yeah. I don't have a ton that wants that, but Karakit Guardian, that's one of the best. It's maybe the best uncommon in the format. It's getting close. And Marduk Monument, this is a fantastic card. I might take the Saltwater Cliffs here. I do. The Dragonclaw Strike, I have yet to play with. I don't know that I've even played against it. I think I don't think it's, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen it. So I am going to take the Saltwater Cliffs here. Fixing is abundant, but you also want to make sure you have some. Ooh, okay. Now we got some options. Rugged Highlands, Stormshriek Feral, I think is great. We don't have any dragons yet, so the Dragonstorm is a little bit of a rider. Stormbrood is a fantastic card. Honestly, like, even if you can't play either one of these sides, it's still good enough to put in your deck. Destroying the enchantments can be very useful. Dispelling Exhale, the Rugged Highlands, these are all good picks. I think I'm going to pick the Dragonstorm, and let me tell you why. You want to be able to draw cards in this set. It's one of the most, this set has a lot of big scary bombs. It's got a lot of 1-for-1 removal. And card advantage is king. It really is important to have 3 to 4 at least sources of card advantage. And it kind of count. This is like a half a source. Stormbrood is all right. We might end up having counter synergies. The 1/3 Veteran Ice Climber uncommon that's unblockable and has vigilance can like this a lot. But it's our first dragon. We'll take it. Let's see here. Yeah. Stormshriek Feral, I think, is going to be the pick here. I like this card a lot. I love Pack Beasts. This has been underwhelming. But again, like, they have their home. Oh, another Stormsinger. Nice. 5 uncommons. But, this card, I think, should almost never go in a deck. I put it in my last deck because it worked. And I do, when I'm setting stuff up down here, I kind of move it to, like, where am I likely to cast this? I'm like this, having the 3-mana Omen, I'm not going to put it in the 3 because it's very unlikely that I'm going to cast that for 3. Another Attuned Hunter. Where are we for things coming out of the graveyard? Just the 1, 2. So, that maybe not as good as a Tawny back. Just a regular 4/3 that you can get some card selection in is nice. This card is fantastic in an Abs Encounters deck. I do like Spectral Denial. Maybe that's smart. I think I'm going to take the Spectral Denial. Yeah, I think that's our pick here. And let's see. Wayfarer, I don't think has a lot of use in the deck. Devotee, meh. Unending Whisper, meh. Do another Snakeskin Veil. But like I said, I want access to a Jadecast Sentinel in a lot of decks. And this slightly slower style deck is definitely one of them. I've not hated Meticulous Artisan in a deck that's trying to go bigger and splasher and can use that treasure token. I'm going to take the champion here. I will take another Narset's Rebuke. I feel like this card has been going too late recently. Wow, speaking of going too late, yeah. Get in there. Well, we got our dragons. That's fantastic. So yeah, I don't think that it's necessary to open Elspeth to win in this format. I think that you need to have answers to things for sure. I think you need to be able to find those answers. You need to be able to put pressure on. But I've been really happy with this format. Every card has its place. I don't know that there's a card in the set that I've just straight up not put in a deck. There must be, but I can't really think of one. Like even this, 3/4 defender that you can pay 3 and, or excuse me, 4/4 defender for 3 that you can pay 3 and have an attack. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. If what you're trying to do is, oops, is in fact like, get to the later games. I love Hallmark Siege. Love this card. It's not going to go on our deck, but this is a great way to get into an Abzan deck. So right now we have the Botanist, Dragonstorm Globe, which I think I'm probably going to pick. I love Sagu Wildlings. Tarkin's Resolve is a fantastic card. It's nice to have one of these in the sideboard. I don't think we're a Wingblade Disciple deck, although you can, I would first pick this. First pick one, pack one. I think I am going to go with the Globe. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 dragons. It's good fixing, and it's a real parity breaker. Botanist might be correct, but I don't look like I'm going to be trying to tap it down early. Another Globe, and then what do we got here? Frostcliff Siege. Yeah, okay. I think we're happy with that. Stuff. Oh, Molten Exhale. That's tough, though. Oof. I guess it looks like we're trying to be a little more controlling. Yeah. Yep. We'll take the Exhale. That's too bad. I wanted that. Thornwood Falls is looking good. Dragonfire's been okay. Not as good as I kind of expected it to be. But it's just a lot of things with 3 toughness in the format. And a lot of times, this stuff with 2 or less toughness, you just kind of, you put out a 4/4. Not bad, but, I would take one if there was nothing else. I'd put it in my deck and maybe side it out, but we'll take the fixing here. I think really the worst times I've had in this format is when I'm just not able to cast my spells. Dispelling Exhale could be good. Do I want a Sultai Monument? Probably not. I don't have a way to crack it, and my fixing is okay-ish. I will take a counter. Let's see. Again, I would have had plenty of white sources already. Sage of the Fang's not too bad. And I think I will just take the tapped red-blue land. Again, like we're at 22 playables that I'm reasonably happy with. I'd be fine with Sage of the Fang. I'd like to have one of these in my sideboard. Maybe there's matchups where this is going to be great, but yeah. Yeah, but I think, a lot of the format is having the plan for your deck. Like this card, for example, it's not necessarily going to be great just throwing it in any old deck, but if you draft around that plan of trading things off early, it's going to be fantastic. I think here we could do a Kishla Skimmer. We have a few ways to make that work, but kind of looks like we want to hold up mana on 2. So yeah, just take another bit of fixing. Oh wow! I guess we're gonna take the Botanist. Honestly, just looking at these late packs just makes me so excited about the format in general. Just like, damn, all of these are like, well, except for that, are have a place. Actually, maybe that's it. Maybe Dragonbag Lancer is the one that like doesn't really have a place. Kintry Nurturer, same thing. I may take a Riverwalk Technique. Yeah, I would like the Botanist, but I think having one of these in the deck is pretty. Maybe important's not the right word, but you do want to be able to answer things, and we're trying to get a bunch of mana, and Yeah, that card saved my butt and kicked my butt. I do like a Focus the Mind. We'll see if we can fit that in here. Okay. Sarkhan's Resolve is probably better than Heritage Reclamation. Did we grab the 5-drop? We did not. So maybe... Ooh, yeah, maybe it's better to have one way to deal with enchantments. Because we have a couple of ways to kill flyers. But yeah, I'll throw that back there. That's a tough one. Let's see. I think probably grab another Dusong. Maybe we'll pitch this guy out of here. Bomber. What do you got anyway? Yeah, don't hate a Snowmelt Stag either if you're trying to make it to the late game. There's not going to be a lot better in the late game than that guy. Great. All right. Well, there's the draft portion there. Let's see what we want to change. Again, like I'm going to move these over here because flush out on 2, perfectly reasonable. This guy, probably not. I don't even have anything I would put this on. Okay, I got no 2-drop creatures. Yeah. Shit, do I want to take this out? Yeah, maybe that's just coming out of the deck. Could be the Jadecast Sentinel. This could be something I want to just side in against. Well, the problem is it's good against the aggro decks that you need a big butt against, and it's good against grindy decks because you can be putting your good cards back into your library. There was a deck where I was cycling the Boulderborn Dragon, the 5-mana artifact dragon, and I can't remember the name of the 1 blue mana 0/3 that can tutor it up, but it was just like every turn I could, attack with that to just surveil 1, goes in the graveyard, put it on the bottom, tutor it up, cast it next turn. It was very cool. It was a very clunky. I'm not gonna make decks around this plan, but it was a very cool way to do that. So let's see. There last little cuts, little stuff and stuff. So we're at 25, 2 cuts. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, I think we're gonna cut the Stormbrood. Maybe let's peel a Narset's Rebuke. Yeah. See if we want to put the Sentinel in later. Cutting the Narset's Rebuke because one of the good strategies in this format is the kind of go wide and just make it so that your opponent's removal just looks bad. It's like, oh, you're gonna kill my 2/3 with your 5-mana spell. Anyway, cool. So there's the deck. Okay, welcome to round 1. We lost the die roll, but let's see. Yeah, we got 2 lands in all our colors. This is going to be a keep, and going to be hoping to draw some lands. Really banking on this Dispelling Exhale. May just fire it off. First opportunity. Let's see. Green. All right, we drew a land. Looking good. It's kind of a clunker, but all right, nice. No turn 2 play. Oh, we got a turn 3 play. Great. So, yeah, I think we're just going to fire this Exhale off on just about anything. And try to get our Champion of Dusong down. Yep, definitely that. See ya. That is not a card that we have any protection against for a while. Nice. 4th land. Everything's looking great.
Cool. So, let's see here. I think, wow, yeah, we are drawing well. I think I'm going to cast the stag here. I'm going to hope that, they'll attack in and I can trade that off. Stag's been a fine card. If you want games to go long, it both helps the games go longer and gives you a real clock once you hit 7 mana. Ooh, okay. Okay, put it on yourself. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, this is the kind of Abzan deck that I have seen work, that I've made work myself, where it's you're looking at counters, counter synergies. There's a lot of cards that are very happy to be slapping some counters down there. The question is, do I attack here? Do I want to make that trade? And I think the answer is no. I think we're pretty happy the longer this game goes. So yeah, I think I'm more happy having this back as a blocker here than allowing them to turn this into put 4 counters on it, something like that. Oh yeah, going right for it, huh? Sure, no problem. That's fine. That's fine. I don't care. Let's pop down another green source. Now, do we want to hold up this river walk technique? I think, no. Let's make them have an answer for this. And, if they end up using all their cards to answer, answer my if they want a 2-for-1 themselves, that's fine with me. Okay. Well, now this is going to be interesting. So they're going to exile my Tarkir Guardian, which means that I can bounce this dude and just make a 6/6 instant speed. If that feels like like the plan. Now let's see here. I am going to hold open. I'm going to hold the Riverwalk technique open. And I think that I am going to put the counter. Maybe I can wait. No, I'm going to put the counter here and just, punish, make it so that there isn't a free attack. I think I'd be pretty happy with that. Okay. That's a card I haven't found a home I love for the card. There may be some sort of white-black or red-black sacrifice theme. Ooh. Yeah. See, now this is what I'm talking about, buddy. You knew this was in my hand. So I get to blow you out here, unless you got nothing, and get a 6/6. Yeah. Okay. And there you go. What you got now, homie? Okay, so now we can start smashing in. They'll cast their little cute little death touch guy, and oh wait, and it won't matter. Did they put it on the top or bottom? I don't. Put it on the. What did you put it on the top? Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So you'll cast that wiener, and I'll get in for another 6. Great. Yeah, go for it. Don't care about your 3/3 death touch. I mean, I prefer they didn't have a 3/3 death touch, but frankly, I don't even think I'm attacking with this sage there. Yeah, just keep smashing in. I don't really need to keep committing to the board. I do know about the forest, so there's not a reason to hang on to that. Good old trample can't be blocked. Who doesn't like that? Might just hang tight to the Attuned Hunter. Again, it doesn't seem like it's going to change the board much here. And what's the downside is that, well, the downside is that I won't be able to get these big fat swings in. Spectral Denial right now. This is gonna be a 1 mana leak. Now if I pay, oh, they got it. They will have that, right? So if I pay, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, they got it. That's a bummer. Well, I'm still looking pretty good here. Kind of surprised they're not attacking in with the Death Touch. I think I would, in their place, be attacking with one of these two cards. They should be fine with those cards getting traded. Well, they certainly should be fine with the Death Touch getting traded with. Or, putting this in their graveyard so they can maybe make this guy a 5/5, draining for 1, gaining 1. So, yeah, now comes the big slog. Yeah, I think I quite would rather wait for some evasion rather than offer these trades. But they have stuff they could be doing that they are not doing. Look at how great this format is. Turn 13, turn 14. Keep it coming. I guess I should be playing out these lands because the Spectral Denial. But, we're both in top deck and land territory. Okay, now what do you got? Is it something I care about? Looks like it. 5/5 Death Touch. Or Menace, excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I don't want that. So, 2, 3, 4, 5. Current 5. Done. Yeah. It's not what I was hoping to counter, but it'll do. I think it was just the idea that, now with a 5/5 Menace, now they're really making me make choices. So, speaking of making choices, I can Molten Exhale the Death Toucher and start attacking in. But the trades are pretty bad, and I'm going to hang on to it. Might be something a little more necessary to take away. They haven't been attacking me for 6 turns yet. I think that's fine. See, exactly. This is what I want to get rid of. And this is, a great example of that first choice between the Twin Maw, whatever it is, the white dragon with the red omen that deals 5 to a non-flyer versus Molten Exhale, where I can kill that flyer. Which, in case you don't see it, what would end up happening right now is they got, attack here. They'd be attacking for 3, 4 with the mobilize, 5 in the air. So that is a 4-turn clock that I don't want to deal with that. Yep, sack it. That's fine. Totally fine, totally fine. We'll play this champion and see if we can't trade it off. But yeah, I think at this point we are going to hold on to a land for the Roiling Dragonstorm for sure. But yeah, I think I'm feeling pretty good. I think I don't know their deck, but we've killed 2 of those big evaders. Ooh. I think let's do this first. Let's go ahead and crack in Yeah. Yeah, we'll go ahead and crack in here. And I believe we're going to be making the 3/3 token. Maybe not. Let's see. Let's see. So they can put, let's say they put it on the mobilized guy. Maybe this guy's. Make it 2 counters to 4 counters. Be a 6/6. I think I'm going to make the token because it still lines up pretty well, and because this is probably going to be, we're playing defense until something better comes along. So I think that's fine. Do we want to? Let's put a trample counter on something right now. I think I'm going to hold off on. I think I'm going to hold off on that. We'll see. There may end up drawing something that is going to use the trample a little bit better. Yep. Probably wasn't a great choice, but maybe. Yeah, I think we're still dinking around. Nice stale board. I love this. I love that we're in turn 19. We're both well more than halfway through our deck. Ooh, see? See, now that's what I'm talking about. Now I'm scared. Wait, why did 3 things get trample and vigilance? Wait, what the heck just happened? What? You, buddy, come on. You got. I think they're churning through their resources a little quickly here. But look what we got. We got a nice evasive. It's gonna be a 4/4. There's no reason to put the counter on it because we can just pump it, and they don't have any reach yet. So yeah, just pump away. Get to pumping. This has been a really good card in the format, I think. It's, get Flying Haste. 5 mana 3/3 Flying Haste. Great. Okay, super. So we win the game. Yeah, and you can kind of see where the card advantage, the drawing, like why that was so important. You get to these board stalls and it just becomes a point of like, yeah, get in there. So they are, it looks like, investing resources into their creatures. So I'm going to pull the other Narset's Rebuke in. Nest Guard, no. Reclamation. That they did have that. No, I'm being crazy. They had nothing. So what's coming out? I don't think I'm going to take out any flyers. I think maybe. I didn't seem to have any removal. I don't remember. Oh, the Osseous Exhale. That's true. Yeah, we'll keep that in. And maybe we'll take out a. Maybe the Earth Carver. I liked it in that match. I like it. But yeah, maybe that's not. I think it's either the Earth Carver or the Spectral Denial. I'll just take out, as the Lords of Limited have dubbed him, his Swoliness.
Oh, this is tougher.
No red sources.
I think I am going to keep it. I think this is being a slower matchup.
You know, I'll hopefully draw a red source not too long. And the champion should provide me with a little bit of breathing room. Unless, of course, they have the 3/1 flyer. Boop.
Fellow-far.
Okay.
All right.
Not a great card. But it could kill me. So that's cool. At least this way, you know, if we draw another land, but not a red source, we could maybe double spell. Okay, well, there we are. All right. I do think this Host of the Hereafter has been really good for the Abzan decks. Just a little Ozolith on a stick. Yeah, doing good. Okay, so okay. I wonder. I think they need to start attacking. Of course, you know, I am here.
Oh, well. So, if I synchronize charge, make him a 6/4, that doesn't really affect the board enough.
Yeah, I hate wasting time like this, but I think it's going to be better to just ensure I have access to red next turn, and then also, you know, just I'll be able to Molten Exhale, Focus the Mind, or however I like it. No, let's see. What am I planning on killing right now? Oh, brutal. Yeah, you take that Molten Exhale. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good against us, yeah. I'm assuming they take it. They may be more incentivized to, I don't know, take something much worse. Yep. Wow, buddy. Oh, buddy.
Okay. So now, okay. Do they have a Snakeskin Veil? We didn't see one last game.
Maybe why they didn't take the exhale. Be pretty brutal if they did. Yeah, that's tough. So let's see here. Play my land. 1, 2, 3. And we have 4. So,
Well, gonna make him have it. That's what we're doing.
Got it? I think you got it. You must have it. If they don't have it, that was a really bad play. But, you know, got to make them have it. Sometimes. I don't. Oh, my goodness gracious, buddy. Okay. Well, that's really good for us. I think now, yeah, we're going to focus the mind. Might even pitch the synchronized charge just for the value out of the graveyard, although I really like having access to 2 activations of this.
Maybe a Shame Scoop coming up here, honestly.
No, okay. The other option is Dragonstorm Globe. No, we'll focus the mind. Got an opportunity to draw some cards. We're going to draw some cards. Okay. Yeah, I think we're in a really good position. We will pitch the synchronized charge. We could dump them. We won't. Let's see here. What does this read? If it dies, great. So I can Narset's Rebuke, which exiles. I can lose the value from that. Yeah. They are in a rough position here. So let's see. What's the best use of my mana? I can... Let's see if I draw a card first. Or draw a land, excuse me. Should draw a card. Okay, wow. Narset's Rebuke. All right, so if I do 3, Dragonstorm Globe, I can't rebuke. I am going to rebuke this turn. This has been the only scary thing on the other side here. So let's start rebuking. Fortunately, I don't have enough green mana to do all the stuff I want to do. But I think that's fine. Let's throw these guys in, and we're even on cards now. I'm really up on lands. I got some selection, interaction. This is going to be a tough game to lose. I might be able to pull that off. I have been known to do that. Is that going to change? Is that going to change what I do here? They attack next turn. They get in for 5. No, 6, 7, maybe even 9 if they choose to sack a dude. So, yeah, they may be forcing my hand at this point because they can put more counters on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That leaves me with 5 left. So, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, it's disheartening, but there you go. But this is kind of, these are one of the mistakes people are making in this format is if you're putting out all this big, fatty creatures, but you're not putting any pressure on, and you don't have, protection, you doesn't seem to have a lot of interaction here. I can kind of do what I want with impunity. It just doesn't feel like the way you want to approach this format. I am going to at this point. Let's see. Who do I want to? I guess we'll do this guy. This guy. Done. Tap you. Done. 1/1 and done. Yeah, synchronized charge is the comparison. I understand the comparison to travel preparations. It's similar. The travel preparations was 1 and a green, put a +1/+1 counter on up to 2 creatures or something like that. And oh yeah, right, we don't do that anymore. 3/3, that'll work. And then it had flashback for 1 and a white, and it was very good, very cool. Love seeing that. Anytime I get to play that format, travel prep and grabbing it, this is clearly so much better. I don't think you could put both counters on the same creature with travel prep. Here you can. Gives it vigilance, gives it trample for the turn. I think it's better positioned in the format. I believe OG Zendikar or Innistrad had maybe Burning Vengeance. I think if you cast something out of the graveyard, had an effect. But other than that, self-mill. But yeah, good, great. It's good. Good card. Are you going to attack and apply pressure? Or are you going to wait for me to kill you? Oh, you are going to attack. And you're going to get blocked, buddy. You're going to get blocked so good. And it's not going to be the creature that you want to get in the graveyard. Oh, they got something here. Yeah, okay. Cool. Good. It's about time. That's been cool. That trick, I just played it for the first time recently, and it was great. All right, so here we're going to keep the Riverwalk technique. Oh, that's so nice. We want to keep that open. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we actually can't do that. I guess casting the dragon's not doing a ton anyway, so let's do this. Keeping our Snakeskin Veil and Riverwalk technique open, and this should, gum up the works again. Yay, they did it. Again, this is the kind of position you want to be in this format. Is just kind of sitting back knowing that when they go for it, it's not going to work super well. Yeah. Oh, please come in. Yeah. Do that. Yeah, do that. Oh, now I got open mana, homie. Caustic exhale. Boop. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and fire this off. Ensuring their next draw is nothing super great. Allowing me to slap in with the Storm Shriek Feral. I don't normally get so proactive as that, but I'm gonna be smacking in pretty heavy here. Ooh. And I'm gonna wait until next turn to fire that off. Hopefully get rid of something I don't particularly care for, but boom, what's up now? How you like that? You're gonna play your 4/4 reach, huh? How's that gonna do? I mean, as is, they're gonna play the 4/4 reach. I can flash. Oh, right. Oh, I did flash that back. Right. Either way, I mean, yeah, fine. Wonder right now if I'm gonna offer the trade. I might. Yeah, I'll offer that trade. I don't see how you can get out of this. I don't think there's a Wrath in those colors that's gonna do the trick for him. See, again, if I had played this last turn, I would have had to dump that in my graveyard. But don't mean to celebrate too early, but I think that's it. This format's great. Turn 12 this time, and super. All right. Welcome to round 2. Win the die roll. Sorry if the orientation just changed a little bit. No lander, no keeper. That's looking rough. I don't think I want to keep this. I think that needs too much to go right. And here we are, needing just as much to go right. But we'll keep this. We're going to pitch that. Probably pitch the champion too. Just hope we get to keep them on their back toes enough to drop this big bomb on the table. That's looking good so far. Counter just about anything. Yep, counter it. And this is something I've kind of liked doing in this format. It's just, if I'm trying to go long, if my deck wants to make it to the long game, just trade it off. You know, trade those cards off. We're putting card draw in our deck. And we just want to make it there. See, that bought us an extra turn or two. Let's see if it was enough. See if they play that 0-4 Vigilance. That would be cool. Oh, wow. Wow, look at how much life that gained us. You know, that's what we're at, 5 or something life right now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You know what else is pretty good? That's pretty good. Oh, Hexproof Flying Vigilance Trample. I think if they equip and swing in, I'm not going to do anything about that. Okay. All right. So I would need to double. Oh, that's just mean. That's just mean, buddy. They're going to probably double block. I'm going to fire off. Okay, all right. They didn't double block. Okay. Oh, you thought you were getting clever, huh? Oh, wait a second. Oh, yeah, no. Yep. Yeah. It's tough, buddy. And let's pitch. So it looks like I'm probably not going to be trying to hold up that spectral denial. But here we go. Just equipping. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's legit. We don't have a main deck artifact enchantment removal, but but we do have one on the sideboard. So we're getting it for 7. I can't cast both of these, right? Ooh, what I can do though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is gross. I think I am gonna go ahead and pay 2 life. Yep, that's fine. Yep. Non-land permanent. There we go. Yep. Get it out of here. I want my dragon back. I want my dragon back. Put it on top. So it is like, it reads that Riverwalk, whatever it is, reads pretty clunky. Riverwalk technique. If it has a place in your curve, it's just excellent. So let's see. Is there anything? Oh, yeah. That Hexproof Dynamic Soar. Boom. Blam. Good game. Yep. Oh, that only went to turn 9. All right, so let's see. I think we did want to bring Heritage Reclamation in. I guess I didn't see... The 2/1 First Striker will make me want to pull one of these out. Maybe bring the 4/4 in. Yeah, actually, maybe I'll pull both of these out. Yeah, I think I like that. Do I want the other rebuke? I think also yes. I think I saw some big dudes. Um, hmm. And sure. Hmm. Hmm. No, it's got reach. Actually, yeah, yeah. Hmm. It's a tough call. I think maybe actually we're gonna take the Storm Brute out. Maybe that's stupid, but it does look like I want some early interaction here. It's a great, great opener. Oh yeah, you're seeing it. This format is it's very doable. I have a strong uncommon, but not like this crazy deck that just deeply unbeatable. I guess I'm gonna pitch a red source. Play Forest next turn. Temur Tani back. That's fine. That's even better. And let's... I don't know that I want to pitch a land. But I'm gonna. Yeah. Yeah. I'll just assume that I can draw a land in the next 3 turns. Oh, see, now that's what I'm talking about. So for 4... just do that. Here we are. This is a funny non-bow with their what you call it, the sword. So we're just gonna cast this. I hope it gains a 6 life, and makes them lose a draw. I'm pretty fine with that. They're lucky they get to cast that sword and equip it. Okay. Yeah, that's fine, buddy. 3 mana spell would be cool. But here's what we got. Blat, blat, bleepity, bloop. And we did draw our land. We get to cast this next turn if we want. Pick up our little looter. I think Well, now that is interesting. So we have a few options here. We can cast a giant reach creature. We can cast a 4/4 with reach and put another dude down. We can rebuke the Conqueror and cast Focus the Mind. I think let's go ahead and play our Hexproof fella. No. I think again we're gonna win the long game, so there's no reason to start getting aggro. It's a cool card. Tutor and a Dragon. Very good in this set. I'm thinking about attacking. That's interesting. Alright, so gosh. There's just so many good options for what we can do right now. I think let's 4 mana. I think we're gonna Oh wait, they had the indestructible. Right. So I might wait yet another turn. Or better yet, yeah, I think they're gonna try to give their dude Death Touch and Indestructible. And I'll go ahead and Molten Exhale in response. and then draw every card. Okay. That didn't happen. So next up, let's just put a big dude out. Or 2 biggish dudes. Ooh, what you got? Okay. Probably should have waited until after I made my decision. Yeah, so See, if they had waited, I would have made 2 dudes, but instead I made something big enough to block it and win the match. All right, format's great. We'll see you in round 3. Okay, here we are, round 3, with our 0 rares, 0 mythics deck. We are 4-0. Great hand, and I mean, not great. We don't have any early interaction, but we are on the play. If we're on the draw, this would be a little scarier, but we're looking at, turn 4, 5/5, or 4/4 haste. Ah, nice, Dragonstorm Forecaster. This format is so fun. Do I want to flush out? I think I do. I think I'm going to pitch the Synchronized Charge and draw a couple cards. Perfect. Yeah, next turn, Dragonstorm. Super glad I did that, because it looks like I wouldn't be hitting land drops for a couple of turns early. Totally fine, don't care. So the question is, Attuned Hunter or Dragonstorm Globe? If I had another land in my hand, I would Snap Globe. I think Attuned Hunter, if they have a removal spell that they want to use on it, fine. Totally fine trading card for card, generally speaking. The previous season, looking at this card, looking at the Globe, Boulderborn Dragon, was just like, what are these? These are dumb. These are whatever. But that's the beauty of these new formats. Just this this idea of like, we don't know. 3/3 flyer, mobilize 1, looks great. Looks fine. It's like a totally playable card. Turns out, no, there's just so many dragons. All right, 4 mana. So I think I am actually going to cast this. Maybe I'll wait. No, I don't think I want to wait for them to be able to tutor. I think I'm going to get rid of that dude and see where they go from there. Because it looks like they're, hoping to draw lands. And frankly, my bad. I don't want them tutoring up dragons. Just like they probably don't want me flashing in this 4/3. That's a good question, though. I guess I'll... Vigilance Menace, huh? I think I am going to cast out my 5/5 here. Yeah, I think that's correct. I really don't like getting blown out by the counter spells. I have found that there are enough blowouts. Maybe that's honestly like one of the keys to this format that people are missing is wait for the blowout. There's a lot of big swings, a lot of cheap interaction, a lot of ways to make use of bad timing on your opponent's part. And maybe it's just best to try to avoid those. Don't think Narset is, generally speaking, a good card in this format. But again, like everything else, there are absolutely things you can do. I guess I wanna wait. I have a few things I can do at instant speed. Yeah, this is going to be rough, though, if they do have a counter and I try to do something. I am at 10 life. It's not a lot. Alright, well, looks like they got something up their sleeve. This should be easy enough to blow out. Okay. Oh, they're going to try to flash back the Dragon Hunt. Fine. Okay. Okay. Now, do I want to kill Narset so they can't draw 2? No, I think the menace creature is an immediate threat that I need to deal with. And I think that's that. One more land and I would have been happy killing it and bouncing the thing, but... Oh, one more land. Alright, so now we can... Yeah, I think now we can blow this up and get... the flashback on the 5/5, which I kind of like. Done. And then green. And then here we are. I hope that's good. I have a number of times in this format gone down to 1 life and won from there. It's certainly not something, obviously, you want to do, particularly against a red deck, but it is something you can do. Let's see. They can pump this up. Okay. Well, that's not looking so bad for us so far. Yep. Fine. If you're not going to attack with the effigy, why cast it? Oh, it's because you can... I see. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool little synergy. Discard your hand with Narset before putting the effigy back. Nice. I do like that. Yeah, we are going to have to deal with this Narset. So cool being able to see some of these things pop off, you know. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, getting a little hairy. I don't see any reason to cast the thingamabob that does the job. Synchronized charge. Okay, now we get to flash in a 4/4. We can bounce something to the top if we want. That's pretty legit. Yeah, this looks like a really cool deck. I think I was saying during the draft, I don't have a lot of good Jeskai experience, but I know it's there. And I think, they've cast 1, 2. Yeah, I may. No, I was gonna say I may put the Narset back on top of their library, but I don't think that's gonna do enough. I think there is an element to this format where we kind of have to take the chance, you know? I mean, do a lot of formats, but like yeah, this would kind of, you know, maybe keep them from drawing a couple cards, you know, maybe give me a little more time, but it's really not. It's not drawing me deeper. I mean, hell, it might be smart to discard it and try to find an actual answer, but well, I don't think that's going to be right either. Tough. I was really hoping for a 6-0 with this, you know, pauper deck, whatever you call it. What's the what's the format that's, it's not Pauper, but you have uncommons in it also. I can't recall. All right. Let's see if they're trying to get frisky yet. Nope. That's such a cool combo. Fleeting Effigy has had a lot of really cool synergies in this format. I probably should have cast this before they drew. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, well, now we have an answer, maybe. Not a clean answer, but it is an answer. Oh no. Oh no, we have to use the thing. What a crumb bummer. Oh. Right. X is currently, I can't read this damn thing. X is currently 4. What was it 4? It is currently 3. That'll do. Yeah, that is too bad. I think we are gonna, we're just gonna have to bounce our set this turn. Honestly, it's a little too much to be drawing. So this would be 3. Yeah, drawing 3 more cards. Could just be a little much. So maybe we can might be able to get some hits in, but and that is one thing we got going for us is they haven't been able to answer our board. Got us to 5 and that's it. So let's see, is there something smarter I can do? I got 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. Not quite, but yeah, let's hope that we get to draw something nice here. This is pretty nice. Yeah, I think I may just raw dog this one. Jesus, am I just dead if they just swing out? Look, there, there, there. Yeah, take 3. So let's see if I tap this guy to pay for the thing. Then I block here, and go to 1. Now, this is some crazy stuff we're doing here. But I think I think it honestly is kind of what you want to be doing in this format, is like taking your chance. We will go to 2. I think we'll go to... Oh, no, this is probably just stupid in general, because they can just trade off big times, but... Yeah, we'll see. I had to do something. So as stands... Oh, I forgot about the haste guy. Yeah, we may just be dead. Now we go to 1. No, I think we're dead. Yeah. Well, I had to take a swing on it. Honestly, we're not going to win this game if it keeps dragging out, you know? They get to just keep drawing an extra 2, 3 cards a turn. So there it is. Pretty happy with where we landed right now. Oh, another fleeting effigy. Yeah. Yeah, this format is so cool. Swing out. Yep, we're good. We're good. All right, so now how are we going to deal with this? I don't think we care about that. I think these are better positioned. We need that. Do we have any more answers for Narset? No. I guess we could rebuke her. Yeah. Yeah, I think she's a rough enough threat that I think we just need to have that. Stang, Riverwalk technique. Maybe it's the charge. No, probably not. It's probably going to be something a little cheaper. I think we're going to be taking out one of these, I believe. Just a little slow. We'll take out the Snowmelt Stag. Perilously low on creatures here, but there you have it. Good lands, medium. I just don't think we're going to be able to be fast enough to beat this deck. We'll see. Everybody can get lucky. Didn't love that, but let's see if this resolves. I don't remember seeing the counters in their deck. I assume... I don't know. I don't know if it's smart for them to have the counters in their deck or not. Great. I think we can pitch... Yeah, synchronized charge. Maybe that wasn't very smart. Yeah, I should have planned out the turns better. I was just kind of thinking in terms of like, well, more lands, you know, you want to make sure you hit 6 lands in here, but could have been very cool next turn to have swung in with a 6 power. Yeah. I regret that decision now. You monster. I think I am just going to try to try to apply pressure, really try to see if I can't close out this game before they get their engine going.
Wow. Okay. Sure.
So now ideally next turn I can exhale and then focus the mind on the cheap. But if I gotta counter something this turn, that's fine with me. And I will counter that. Might be a bad idea, but again, this like the Dragonstorm orb, globe, pondering the orb. It's a parity breaker. You know, if you got a globe down, our dragons are no longer the same. They no longer bounce off each other. Speaking of Durgans, let's just start getting in there, huh? See what happens. Yeah, see, this is gonna be tough. It's turn 5. I've applied very little pressure. Did get rid of the Narset. Maybe they were hoping that Dragonstorm Globe was gonna, help fix something. But yeah, with these decks that are trying to cast multiple spells, it's I think fine to just get rid of ramp anyway. Brutal. And let's do... I think I'm going to create the spirit, spread the love. Maybe next turn I'll get to synchronize charge and focus the mind. It's a bummer. So far, their removal has lined up pretty well against me. I think I'll go ahead and just cast Focus the Mind. Play the land first in case... excuse me. In case they have the counter. It looks like they don't have the counter. I think... let's do this. Hope that this ends up being a decent target and a little pressure. Now we're looking okay-ish at the moment, except for all the cards I have around. But the Riverwalk technique is nice to have. And that's fine. I don't think I care. Now, okay. All right. Good. Excellent. Now, I think I'm pretty happy bouncing this guy, getting in for 3, and then hopefully next turn getting a big swing in with the synchronized charge. I'm not opposed to casting synchronized charge and getting both counters on one creature sometimes, but obviously spreading out the vigilance and trample over 2 creatures is excellent. Oof. The devotee, Okay. I got 2 more dang stun counters on there. I only have the one harmonized spell. I think this is still a relatively easy attack.
Yeah. It's unlikely, but it's possible our opponents or opponents forgetting about the flashback. I know I sure am forgetting about it.
Often with the glacial dragon spike or whatever that's called. Dragon hunt. So that, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they cannot cast that at the moment. So maybe this is just a good time to get it in there. It's a lot of stun counters. Riverwheel Strike Sweep has been very good. Again, I don't tend to play Jeskai a lot, but this looks like a great example of a good Jeskai deck. Low to the ground, but also has some excuse me, staying power. Oof. Yeah, I guess I'll keep these guys out of the out of reach of that removal spell there. Glacial Dragon Spike. Yeah, kind of wish there was a second copy in my deck to look forward to, but here we are. Gain a life past the turn. Let's see if we can pull this off. That would be really sweet, just for the format in general. But then again, I'm also not seeing. They have the Narset, which has been cool, but I haven't seen any other rares in their pile. I don't think. Okay. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think their plan is to try to flash this back and kill my token. I'll let them do it. Hit me in. Let's see if I can draw a removal spell. I mean, if I can draw Narset's Rebuke and they don't have an answer for it, then maybe I get to win. But yeah, I don't know. Looks like we are potentially a removal spell away from winning. Or a draw spell away from finding a removal spell. Yeah. Okay, well, they kept their mana open. Well, it's not a removal spell, but it's not a nothing spell either. Is this an instant? It is a sorcery. Now, see. I attack in. They block there. Yeah. Let me try it out. What you got, friendo? Got that first strike enchantment. It's a little sleepy Cerberus. Sleepy puppy. That's cute. I don't know that card.
Wow.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're gonna play this out just to. I guess they couldn't have the dragon, but see what happens. Can you do it? Can you do it? Just double checking here. Glacial Dragon Spike deals the damage to creatures. So 3 right now. This is 4, 5, 6. Dragon Spike would kill this and loot. I think that's fine though. Honestly, I think I'll have 2 attackers. If they Dragon Spike, then I win. So we'll see. I don't know how they get out of this, but I don't want to die to a combat trick. Who does? Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we got to pull a win out of that one. That was nice. And we're going to the one of the last game. Quite a nail biter. Is there anything else to think about here? I think the humbling elders aren't a real thing. Yeah, I think we're gonna ship it. Yep. I was kind of looking at Quarry Mountain Stalwart, like, is that worth it? A little extra, but I think just keeping them off. Yeah, I'll keep it. I think just keeping them off the whatchamacallit, Narset. A Narset plan is the way to go. Alright, well, they don't have a fleeting effigy or a mountain. See if we can draw a counter. We cannot draw a counter. Alright, door's open. Get your Narset down if you got him. Okay. Maybe no white source. That's fine. That's fine. Let's put a little tawny back. And I think we'll pitch. We're going to pitch the tap land. I'm going to pitch the tap land. I want to be a little more aggressive, and having 2 strikes at the synchronized charge is going to be helpful. Of course, they got a lot of removal spells for this Temur Tawny back, so we're not going to be doing that with the open man over there. Great. Excellent. Nailed it. Oh, this is beautiful. This is going to be beautiful. Okay, so just putting both counters here. We're going to keep open Spectral Denial and smash in for a bunch. Now we got pressure. I'm going to fire the Spectral Denial off any chance this turn. And then just, try to start casting elephants. Oliphants. Maybe try to set up for a turn where we can bounce something to give it trample and just really mess with their plans. So right now I can X equals 2. I thought you might do that. All right. Okay. I don't know that I want to go shields down against this deck. I'm probably just going to hang tight. So this makes it a 1-5. Yeah, I think as far as... Oof. I think I'll allow that. And yeah. So we haven't seen a counter out of this deck yet, but we have seen 3 and 4 damage removal spells, so our 5 butts should line up pretty well. I do quite like the idea of holding up interaction, excuse me. So we may see that again next turn. Or, honestly, getting the 6/5 out, also not bad. let's start where we art and see where that goes. Probably should have played my land first.
Really?
Oh, okay. So you're gonna, I got you. You're going to, whatever that's called, the dragon breathing exhale,
Red exhale.
kill my dude, or at least they would have. Yep, fine. Storm. Oh, cool. That is cool. All right, so we're gonna have to finish this game up real quick here. So let's see. What are our options? We could bounce the enchantment, attack in for 12. That might be our move. That might be our move. Let's start with this. Yeah, I think that is going to be... Is that correct? Ooh, is that correct? Maybe not. Maybe we'll hang tight. I think I would, instead of, offering the option to get them to 1 or whatever, it's probably smarter to just hang tight here. Try to counter the game winner. Or, we can always bounce it at the end of turn if that seems smart. Oh, guess what, buddy? That's what. Yep. All right, and there it is. We 6-1, 3-0, 6-1. Deck with no rares. Just a game plan that we stuck to. Knowing some of the breakpoints in the format, like, the 3 damage, 4 damage, 5 toughness, etc. certainly helps, but honestly, there's not a lot of cards I play that you couldn't look at, going in raw to the format and be like, yep, that looked good. But yeah, it's a blast. This format's so fun. I'm sure I'm going to do more of these videos because I'm just having so much fun here. And just, I guess, one last note, if you are willing to take another moment to be convinced as to, why you should switch over to MTGO from Arena. The only downside really is the UI. I don't hate it. I think it's fine. I think, it's not pretty and glam. It doesn't look like a video game. It looks like a, recreation of a card game. But here's the thing. I play Limited, Modern, and Commander. There's not really, you can't play Modern on Arena. You can play, Brawl or Historic or whatever, but that's not the formats I play. I play Limited, and since I play Limited on Arena, I got just a bunch of wild cards and packs and crap that does me nothing every time I win. This, however, playing this format and just being reasonably good at it, again, I'm up to 6 trophies now, not a crazy amount, but 15 packs, 104 tickets, like, I am making money. I can sell these. I can trade them. I can look for the things I want, as opposed to Arena where it's just this money hole. Anyway, I hate Arena. Switch over to MTGO. It's way more fun over here. And thanks for joining us. All right, bye.